Welcome back to another product review. Today I'm actually going to review something that I've had for around a year now, and I use it all the time. I use it on every trip. Going to be this bad boy, the Coleman Cascade 222 burner stove. Now, I used to have some butane stoves. They don't get cold enough in winter. Whether you know the difference between butane or propane, quick little thing. Propane, you can run off these little bottles, little Pro-Fuel bottles, or you can run off a proper gas bottle. And the butane one has to run off those little butane tins. The difference is propane lasts a lot longer and it gets a lot hotter. However, the stoves are generally bulkier. So this one is quite a big stove, whereas you could get a little single burner butane one. Yeah, if you're going away for just a weekend, you only need one of those, but whereas I'm using mine all the time, I got one of these. A mate got one of them. I saw how it went and I figured I need one of them. So when you open the stove up, it's got a little latch on here. That's what keeps the lid shut. So all you do is flick that up, flick that down, pop it open. Now, it has an inbuilt wind barrier, which is one of the things that I like about it compared to some of the butane ones I've had. They don't, and you know, then you got to go and buy an extra one, and that's an extra thing to carry around. Whereas this, all you do is just little pins, hook the pins in, then you got a windshield, and that's all sorted. Now, it is a twin burner, and it's got this little gas regulator here. So what this little part does is you get your butane bottles, you can plug it into here, or the stove actually also does. It comes with a hose. Now this little attachment on this side actually goes into here. And this part goes into a standard 3/8 fitting propane bottle, which is the top fill ones, or you can get adapters, which I've got them, to use on the LCC or the POL adapter bottles, which, you know, I've used both the bottles, so that's why I've got the adapters for both of them. So I don't need the hose when you use these little bottles though, which is a benefit. So if you're only going to run off these, you can leave the hose at home, but I've got a bag that I like to leave everything in. So this part, all it is, move the barrier, this little hole down here, press it in, twist it in all the way, all sort. And then your little propane bottle, they're self-regulating, so you can't actually fill these ones up or open them up. So what you need to do is then press this in, twist this in, oh my. There we go, finally threaded in. These propane bottles, the bleeder's on the top of them, so you should always use them like this. Shouldn't really use them upside down because then, yeah, the pressure's got nowhere to go and you don't actually get as much burn out of it. Now, stove's pretty straightforward. You obviously got both burners on either side, the control of them, and you got your ignition switch, which controls both of them. I do have an issue with this one lighting. However, it should light today because it's not windy, and if it doesn't, I have a backup lighter, and I'll explain why. However, all you do is turn it on, get the gas flowing. Now, not sure how well you can see it, but that is very hot, and I can feel it. And this same side, as I said, the ignition's not working, so I need to get the spare lighter for that side. However, bring the camera a bit closer. Now you can obviously see it here, all the heat due to the light there, but if I zoom in, you can see that blue burner. Now, watch how big you can actually get that. Now that's maxed out there. This is 22,000 BTU. Now, if you happen to have a Weber Q3000 at home, it's got as much burning power as that does. So that's why I really like the stove. And yeah, turn it all the way down. You can do a very slow burn or just off entirely. So that's, you know, really good stove. It actually burns really well, so it's great for cooking things. Now, another thing that I've actually bought for this stove, it's also made by Coleman. This is their hot plate for their Triton series. Now the thing is, because we've got this metal grill, and then this one is actually designed, the back of it is designed for their Triton series. You can see here, I've got little marks here, because I grinded out little parts of this. So what it does, sits perfectly on there. I can pack it up in the bag with it. I can't pack it up with the stove, so if I fold the stove down, it's not going to shut. However, if you end up getting one of these stoves, I highly suggest, I got mine from Anaconda, that hot plate, and it was $60 from memory. And I got it when I got the stove, so it was around a year ago. It could be different now. However, yeah, grind out a little part of it and it'll be the best hot plate you've ever got for it. One thing I don't like about the hot plate though is its lips aren't very tall. So if your stove's on a slight angle, all the grease and stuff ends up going and pooling in the corner. But that ends up not being an issue because all you do to clean the stove, take this out and then give everything a wipe down. Now it's a little bit dirty, but I did clean it the other day so I could show you all that it is easy to clean. However, you know, I've got marks and stuff everywhere. That's just, you know, a year of use and abuse. So if you're in the market for a stove, highly recommend getting one of these. And as I said, you can run it off these little propane bottles or you can run it off a gas bottle. So if you might remember me mentioning in my car tour video, on the back of my car, I have a bracket to put a gas bottle. So I generally don't use these propane bottles. I just figured I'd bring one and show you that that's the easier way to do them. But yeah, they also do a better option of this, which comes with cast iron griddle and hot plates. I ended up not buying it because I bought this one instead because I didn't really want a cast iron one because at the time I didn't want to take care of it. So there you have it. If you're in the market for a stove and you're looking for a propane one and you've got a little bit of a budget to spend, get one of these. They were around $240. I've seen them go on sale for $200. That's where I got it from. BCF sell them, Anaconda sell them. I'm pretty sure Snowy's sell them. Otherwise, you know, any camping store will sell a Coleman stove and they sell plenty of options. They sell the one with the cast iron things as well. So if, yeah, you got the budget, definitely get one of them. But hope you guys enjoyed the review and I'm gonna get to cooking lunch because I'm starving.